Ooh, okay. All right, this is kind of all we get. So difficulty, amateur, pro-am, pro, master, and superstar. It defaulted me to pro-am. What's the middle? Pro? Yeah, so there's 5 total. Let's just do pro. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 1990 Mercedes 300 CE if you want to like see a video of it. Yeah. Brothers, Eagle Talon had those. Did the Eagle Talon... I thought the Eagle Talon had... Oh, hold on. We got cutscenes. Oh, that's kind of fun. Look at the... I love the size of the car compared to the little people. Hey, I didn't realize the one track was at Scuba. Demo qual... Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's no menus. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, this is kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to need brakes very much here. Oh, the scale is hilarious. I'm getting past. Oh no! Not a good quality lap. Oh, this actually feels kind of nice. It's gonna take some getting used to. It's obviously very arcadey. Okay, I have one more quality lap. The scale of this is hilarious. I kind of love it. Yes, it sounds good. Like the visual effects, the audio, it actually kind of rips. Okay, there we go. Oh, you guys can't see the UI at all. Can I mess with that in settings? Let me actually... Here, I'll just play it like this. There we go. That way you guys get to see everything. Yeah, maxed out graphics. That's all fine. What is viewports for AI? I don't know what that means. Usage tracking off. Edge panning on in campus. Okay, yeah, that's like the extra game stuff. I like the save replays. That's nice. You can auto save up to 20, 25, 30. You can auto save up to 30 replays. That's kind of cool. I like that. Okay. Resume. Here we go. We're at P11, by the way. P11 for quali. We're starting from the back. Oh, I didn't do well. Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, P11 was great. Okay, we're only a second down. That's not too bad. We got work to do. It's so fun, because, like, the track feels so small, too. Although, what was my lap time? I guess I didn't see. Apparently, track limits are only enforced with those red ballers. You can go off track everywhere else. Interesting, okay. Circuit Superstars was pretty good about off track. Listen, I gotta win, baby. I got work to do. That was all right. Oh, drafting! Dude, look at that. Look at the little drafting effect. Hold on. You can see them drafting off me and me drafting off Nadia. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, get up there. Look at us go! It's hard to know exactly like how much the car is going to turn in. That's been the toughest part. I gotta say, I really like the audio. I hope it's not I hope like every car doesn't sound just like this, you know? Like all the GT cars sound just the same. Yeah, it's just a little, the only thing that feels a bit tough to judge. The handling feels very good. It feels a little tough to judge like how much the car is going to turn in and how much it's going to step out. But that's not like necessarily a game criticism. It's just like, it's what I have to learn. How many laps is this? One more. Oh, can we get a podium? I think we can do it. Here we go. Oh, dude, good pass from Nadine. Oh, both of them. I didn't defend. Ian as well. Okay, there we go. Still up there, still up there. Gotcha, bitch. Scoop up a P2. After starting P11, that's pretty good. Oh, he's gonna get me? No. Hey! Oh. Alright, that was sick. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Woo! Heck yeah. Best lap. Okay, yeah, lap times are like way shorter than real life. Up 9 positions, by the way. Okay, is that it? Is that all we can do in the demo? Dang. I knew it was limited. I didn't realize it was that limited. That is a very demo-y demo, so you don't get to try anything else. Dang. Let's do that one more time. I figured there would at least be like an hour of stuff for me to do. I mean, whatever, I guess. All right, let's try and win. Oh, you know what? Let's turn up the difficulty. Okay, we're at max difficulty now, Superstar. Let's see how this is. It's interesting, like, we'll have to look at the Steam page. We'll look at the Steam page after this. Oh, also fun detail. The track does rubber in, at least visually. The track totally rubbers in, and that's kind of fun. Okay, you can definitely take that flat. Pretty much everything but the bigger braking zones can be taken flat. I'm turning in a little early. And I think even the bigger braking zones, like, I might not even need to brake that much. Okay, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. I don't know how we're gonna do here in quali. Felt okay, but we're last. Oh no, we're literally last in quali. Oh. Yeah, right, Ami, right. Misals, yeah, man, I mean, we'll talk about it in a minute. We'll do this race, and then we'll check out the Steam page and kind of see what's up. Yeah, just barely got last. Look at the gap, though. 1/3 of a second from first to last. Oh, we'll see how we do. I mean, we can drive a little dirty, so. Oh, I love the liveries. Chocolate milk, chocolate milk. Oh, I did not realize also, there is a health mechanic. Health, fuel, and tires down in the bottom left below me. turned in too late. Uh-oh, wow, one of the AIs got a penalty. That did not work out. There we go, we got a pass because they screwed up. Now Toe got a penalty. Shoot. Sorry, Debbie. Health seems pretty chill. Like, I've definitely had a few incidents, and I'm still at 98. I wonder if they're kind of building that around longer races or what. I will say, like, overall, the AI seems pretty good. Like, they're certainly quick. At least from my perspective, they're quick. They seem competent. And that's important. Relatively. I mean, you can do that a lot. It's not like they're, like, defending their position and you can kind of just bump them out a little bit, but they're not afraid to get right back in there, and that's a good sign. Aha! I forced him into a penalty. One more lap. It's hard to know. I mean, it's not like it matters too much, but it's hard to know how much the car's going to step out. There it is, P8. Hopefully, anyway. Woo! Oh, we gained some spots. We gained some spots. I think my driver's gonna be sad. But come on, I did okay. Yeah, all right. That is exactly where I expected to be. Yeah, we gained 4 positions. 5-second gap to the leader. I had the fastest lap too, I think. Okay. Was there someone named Cart Urban? Oh my god. Try picking up. Yeah, it's a mid-pack. It's, you know. I mean, I gained positions. All right. I mean, I don't know. Faulty, you. I don't know. You've seen everything I've seen. It's literally just that. So the one race that I've done is fun, but there's absolutely no way I can judge if a game is worth it based on a race. So anyway, yeah, speaking of, let's go look at the store page. Oh, gotcha, Luna. Yeah. All you can do is that one race. So yeah. Yeah, we can try the pits. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to hit download again. Here, we'll do it again. See what the pit experience is like. Turn it down to easy difficulty. See how easy it is. Yeah, we'll try to squeeze out as much content as we can. Is there like a, it's controls, but it's literally just that. Okay. Yeah, there's not, at least from what I can see, there's no like assist option. Oh, it might be better, wait. Okay, there needs brakes. Turn 1 does not need brakes. Yeah, very short demo. Yep. turn one, definitely better without brakes. Handling is fun. Visually, I love it. Because it's basically Circuit Superstars, but from a new camera angle. That I think is going to be more comfortable for people. Yeah! We did it! 27-2. You actually, ooh, oh, you do get a little 360 rotate. Yeah, visually I love it. The anti-aliasing could maybe use a little bit of work. But that's okay. You can fix that yourself in most cases. There's like a subtle depth of field. The lighting's pretty nice. Texture resolution seems nice. Maybe it could be a little bit higher on the cars. Like when you zoom in here, you can see like the seams look a little bit muddy. But whatever, it's not like a big deal. Okay, we're just gonna pit lap 1. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Luna, it's exactly little like chibi style cars. I do like that you've got full 360 cam in race. Yeah. Beto, yeah, I was commenting on that earlier. I love that. Nice little detail. Do I have control? I do have control. Oh yeah, you actually have pits. Like, oh, you gotta stop in the pits and everything. Oh wait. Oh, it's actually really cool. Dude, that's really well done. That's really well done. Okay, we're gonna just keep doing that real quick. Like, good animation, good mechanic. Like, for an arcade game, fully not expecting that. Yeah, that's better pick for mechanics than Forza Motorsport has. Like, unironically. Yeah, and better than iRacing. So you auto slow down, it auto pit limits you. You're ghosted here. That's awesome. That's actually really well done. I don't know, was it Misal's? I don't know who suggested I try that out, but thank you for that. That's actually really cool. It's interesting seeing the AI also like mess up, go off track a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that little like collision effect. What happens if I like heavily miss? Let's just go in here. Will they come to me? Okay, so... Okay, so you have to be like at least halfway within the white. Dude, that's actually really cool. That's very well done. That's very, very well done. There's no like, there's no, choice to it, it seems. It just kind of like, they just do what they're gonna do, but that's fine. I think that's all you need. Chris, it was Chris. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's really fun. All right, let's just finish out the race, because why the hell not? We're not even last. We pitted every lap, and we're not even last. Oh. The game's just like, come on, dude. I mean, the pitting is very quick for what it's worth. Audio, again, I got it. If all of the cars in a class sound different, which I really hope they do, I gotta hand it to the audio, because this car alone, and even like the Symphony, like when you get all the cars, it does like sound rowdy. Like the off throttle is good. It's pretty good. It's gonna be a little bit of a bummer if all the cars of a class sound the same. I'm a little nervous about that, but like even that, like, yeah, man, fairly impressive. Fairly impressive. Yeah, like it sounds right. Like more or less right, but yeah, like you just never know. Yeah, okay. I'm bummed that it's a super short demo, like, but I totally understand. Like, a demo is just a demo. Yeah. Yeah, here's some other tracks. Here, we'll just kind of go through the media. They've got videos for it, too. Oh, yeah, there you can see the pit animation. Some open wheel stuff. So this is what I'm actually really curious about. This is, like, the team management stuff or driver. I'm guessing it's like, you know, the metagamey stuff, and you can like build, relocate, and demolish buildings. So clearly there seems like there's going to be some level of, I don't know, like economy to it, maybe is the right word, like where you have to like choose where you want stuff, maybe have multiples of certain buildings is better. Like I'm very curious. I'm hopeful that this is a good mechanic, because these can be either not worth putting mention towards, like not just not worth like engaging with. They can be tedious and annoying and take away from the racing, or they can be really fun and like a fun little break, a fun little way to break up the pace. But you gotta like hit that narrow path of like, it's enough of a enjoyable sort of metagamey thing in its own. It matters for the racing, but it's not like too critical. It's not too not like it's. I love stuff like this, but it's got to be done right. But the fact that like you can seemingly build and move buildings makes me think there's at least some sort of mechanic to that. So yeah, I'm really curious to see kind of how this all works. Also, someone else was mentioning, like, oh, I'm curious if iRacing's helping with the online stuff. I unfortunately don't know what the online. I don't think there's gonna be. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if there's gonna be like a competitive online. It does say. My dogs are barking. It does say compete in online multiplayer with up to 11 competitors worldwide. And I really, really hope there's going to be like some form of iRating, some sort of system to it. But from what I've seen, like, I don't know if there's going to be much of a competition level to it. You would think there would be with it being iRacing, but I don't know. I also don't know why my dogs are barking so much. But yeah, here, we'll just like read all the description stuff. I want to check these out too. Whatever, they're fine. Let me. Entei, Evie, you guys are okay. It's okay. I'm sure like a family has walked by the front yard. Okay, so it says compete in races to earn resources, then decide how to grow your team. Will you invest in buildings to unlock boosts? Oh, here we go. Will you invest in buildings to unlock boosts that give you a crucial track advantage? Or will you focus on recruiting top-tier drivers to compete for you in licensed global series? Interesting. Okay, that actually gives us a decent bit of info for this. So I think the mechanic is probably like, you can have some buildings that maybe will, you know, be like a research, like an engineering team to help your tires last longer or something like that, or make your pit crew faster. Or you can invest in like a recruitment or training facility to like build up drivers that will be competing with you in series and stuff like that. That could be cool. Dude, Shaolin, yeah, as a Steam Deck owner, I'm really hopeful for this on Steam Deck. Yeah, Yeah, rival. You're right, Ami. Every choice matters. Build your legacy one race at a time. Race across multiple categories with a physics model that's easy to learn and endlessly rewarding, keeping you hooked as you chase the perfect lap. Yeah, the handling felt solid. It's obviously it's extremely arcadey. At Scuba, there were 2 braking points. You don't need to brake for the final corner. You don't need to brake for turn 1. You don't need to brake for any of like the middle bits under the Dunlop tire or anything like that. Which is fairly similar to like how Circuit Superstars is, and a lot of arcade games are kind of similar where you don't need to use the brakes too much, but it still feels nice. It feels pretty good. Yeah, you're right. Funlop, the Funlop tire, not the Dunlop tire. It feels very intuitive and fun and snappy, and like it's at least fun. I could maybe see myself having some minor nitpicks with it when it comes to like a multiplayer racing experience, but it seems fun. Like I have no, from driving that one car on that one track in that one race, it at least seems fine. Like solid. Yeah, compete in weekly events across licensed series to earn resources, then invest in buildings, new cars, skilled drivers, or customization that showcase your team's brand. Yeah, if that stuff is good, if there's a reason, sort of similar to iRacing, but even like more so, because there's a whole team thing behind it. If there's a reason to like compete in races to earn, I mean, I just saw money. It keeps saying resources, so presumably there's more than just money. Yeah, it's interesting. There's even like a car limit. But yeah, if it's like there's a good reason to like compete in stuff, earn stuff, invest in stuff to like get better drivers and more customization, like new liveries, that could be very cool. From the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup and Imola to the GTP at Mexico City's legendary Hermanos Rodriguez Autodrome, iRacing Arcade lets you experience the vibrant world of motorsport with stylized recreations of licensed cars and tracks. That's also really cool because a lot of games like this, like Circuit Superstars, use fake tracks. And so it's kind of neat that this is coming from iRacing, where they already have relationships and they've already licensed all these tracks for iRacing. So I would imagine that conversation is a lot easier, and they have the level of funding to license these tracks and cars. You guys know I like it when games have real cars. And so I really like that this is real cars and tracks. It's one of those small things that like most other games of this scope don't do, which is fine. You know, I'm told like Art of Rally and Super Woden and Circuit Superstars and like even a lot of the F1 game, like the like arcadey F1 games, are, you know, like inspired by real cars and real tracks, but aren't the actual real cars and tracks. It's totally an extra bonus that this is real cars and tracks. That is like a really fun little extra touch. Yeah, licensed stuff makes it feel more legit. Totally. Like the fact that these are real cars, like that's really cool. And like, again, at real tracks and stuff like that. But still like very arcadified. Like this is obviously a very arcadey version, but still a relatively accurate version of Scuba. And like same, like the GT3's like squished and like chibi and cute, but like it's still the real car with the real branding and like real Michelin tires, I think, on the side. Like that is totally like a nice little perk of it. Yeah, compete in online multiplayer with up to 11 competitors worldwide. I really, really hope, and I don't know if this info is out anywhere, but I don't think it is. I really, really hope that has a ranking system to it. It doesn't even need to be that crazy. And I in a certain way, I maybe don't want it to be like too serious, because you don't want it to be like hyper sweaty in a game like this. Like you want it to be like fun. Like this is probably a bad example because people are going to be like, well, actually Halo does have competition, but like a Halo or Call of Duty, like where, yeah, it's rank matches, but like you're just getting in, you're having a good time kind of thing. And And like, yeah, there's ranking, yeah, it matters, but it's not like actual iRacing levels of sweaty and serious, maybe is the way to say it. But I hope there just is a good reason to keep racing and like growing rank and unlocking stuff. I hope that's more than just like, you know, like Forza, like where it's just like, there is no reason to do the racing outside of just doing the racing. So nobody does it. And then anyway, yeah, leave your mark in global time trials. Hone your racing line as you chase top times on the global leaderboards, or set the pace and let others chase you. Sure. With weekly rotations, competition always stays fresh. Circuit Superstars has something like that. I really like the leaderboard system in Circuit Superstars. I like time trials. That's all good. Yeah, that's all good. And honestly, like, iRacing doesn't necessarily have that anyway, so it feels fitting for this. Yeah, that's good. I want to see here. Oh, here we go. Okay, we can see some of the series. Wondering which cozy game you'll play over the cozy season? Wonder no more. iRacing Arcade's coming to Steam December 2nd. Wow. That's full release? I think that's full release. I don't think that's like, is that early access? We'll keep reading. Buckle up for the official gameplay trailer of iRacing Arcade, a wild mashup of licensed cars. Beto says, yeah, as in that's full release. Licensed cars, iconic tracks, over-the-top arcade. Yeah, cool. So this is like some stuff like from iRacing. Yeah, Formula 4, Porsche Cup, IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge, Sports Car Championship. Yeah, this is all cool. Sports Car Challenge. I'm really curious to see what the car roster is going to be. Oh, here's some tracks. From your very first lap, you'll dive into high-energy races, rack up wins, grow your motorsport empire one upgrade at a time. So we've got Barber Motorsports Park, great. Bahrain International, Imola, Kyalami, cool. Autodroma Hermanos Rodriguez, Knock Hill Racing Circuit, I don't know, actually. Lime Rock Park, I don't know Motorland Aragon either. Paul Ricard, Sachsenring, Tsuba Circuit, and MIA, Miami International Autodrome. Cool, yeah. Argon's dope, cool, yeah. I don't know Knock Hill or Aragon, whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's a solid roster. Let's check out the... Oh, build your team, expand your facilities, chase glory across global series, all wrapped in a colorful, approachable package. That's fun to watch and play. That's a weird way to open that link. Okay. Check this out, though. Yeah, the old Aragorn track, right. Modern formula racing. Is that M2's? Trying to see, one thing that has me a little bit nervous. It makes sense obviously for like the formula cars, but all the cars, like, this is all Porsches. So I'd love to see like a GT series where it's more than just like a Porsche GT3 Cup series or something like that. Because that's all one car. Like, the one car series are fine. And then, yeah, these are all Beamers. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there will be mixed groups. Oh, here we go. Edit cars, edit drivers, hire drivers. Yeah, money, car limit. I do like the little garage space. Oh, hold on. We got UI to look at. Select drivers to hire. Okay. Isabella Ignition. Velocity. Steve Tires. I love the names. Looks like they have like little perks. Open wheel expert. Driver. Infinite stamina. Yeah. Lots of stat stuff up here. First place finishes, podiums. Oh yeah, look at this. Garage. Okay, so these are all garage upgrades. Oh, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, the building system looks pretty advanced. More formula stuff. Old school, like, Skip Barber, whatever. Oh, the LMDH cars in the racing clip were Porsches, but the LMDH in the garage is a Ferrari. Okay. So maybe. I haven't seen any GT cars outside of the Porsche. Yeah, so more just Porsches. And sometimes that's because they like haven't finished the licensing for them. Oh, it looks like you have unlockable emotes and stuff. Sometimes it's just because they didn't get the licensing in time for the trailers, but yeah, I'm not seeing like a lot of cars. Yeah, available December 2nd on Steam, coming to Xbox and PlayStation spring 26. Okay. Hopefully it's crossplay. I don't know if we know anything about whether or not it's got full crossplay. Can I close this? How can I close this? Where'd my mouse go? Ah. Wait, what the hell? Wait, actually, there's my mouse. Okay. Sometimes it goes over to the capture card. But yeah, it seems like a relatively small list. I mean, 12 tracks and a handful. I don't know if this is everything. I guess this actually probably isn't everything because we saw those like Skip Barber cars and that doesn't fit into anything here. Like the Porsche Cup is going to be the GT3s. We saw the Formula 4s. Sports Car Championship was... There's 2 Sports Car Championships for IMSA and VP. I don't know what the Michelin Pilot Challenge... Maybe if someone knows more of what these are in normal iRacing, maybe it'll have parity with that. I don't know. But yeah. Low-key looks... This is made, El Samu, this is made by the people who do Circuit Superstars. So yes, that's why. It's made by the same people, Original Fire Games. Yeah, there you go. There's Circuit Superstars. The point of this is to be like an iRacing version of Circuit Superstars. So you can think of it like Circuit Superstars 2 in a way. It is a different POV. Like you're playing third person instead of kind of top down semi isometric. But yeah, it's made by the same guys. Michelin Pilot Challenge is GT4s and TCRs. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I would guess maybe it'll be the same then in game. I don't see any info about like when, or sorry, like what content the game's gonna have. Oh, the demo actually closes down. Oh, no. Never mind. That's just when it opens. Oh, look at that. Will you be at Sim Racing Expo? You can test it at the Fanatec booth. I saw the booth. I was there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind of all the info on it. Yeah, this is all just kind of rehashed from the Steam page. The iRacing website has like 10% more words, but not really any more info. Sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like somebody said, curious how they're going to price it. Curious what kind of content it's going to launch with and what their post-launch plan is for the game. But overall, like, when I first heard about this, I was super stoked. I thought this was an amazing idea. Now that I've played it a little bit, I'm like, yep, this is what I wanted it to be. iRacing plus Circuit Superstars. Because I like Circuit Superstars, and I think this is a nice little combo. Oh, yeah, you're good. What's that in your hand? That can't be on stream. Anyway, my room now smells of of an herbal nature. We'll leave that there. But anyway, yeah, I'm my biggest concern, I guess, is content. Content, and then kind of attached to that, pricing. Like, if this comes out if this has the content that it looks like it's gonna have, like 12 cars, or sorry, 12 tracks, and I mean, we've seen like 5 or 6 cars, so maybe it has, I don't know, let's just say 12 cars, 12 tracks. I don't know what seems reasonable. And they price it at $20, and it's like a relatively fully featured. I guess we don't. Well, no, it's. Yeah, I guess we don't even know if this is career focused. Because this says compete in weekly events. So obviously, this is the career, but I don't know if this is a single player mechanic, a multiplayer mechanic, or both. And like maybe they have parity. It doesn't necessarily mention anywhere if there's a single player career. It says compete in weekly events to earn resources, invest in buildings, customize your team brand. Yeah. So I'm curious if this is even going to have like a traditional single player career to work through, or if it's going to be like, yeah, you can do, like, you can set up, obviously there is some level of single player, we just did it, but I wonder if it's going to be like, yeah, there's kind of like an arcade mode where you can just, you know, jump into some casual races, set up whatever, get some resources, but like the main goal, I could see them trying to push you into the online and having this be more of an online thing. So yeah, I still have so many questions about what actually this game is. But yeah, if it's priced at like $20 and it's the amount of game I think it's gonna be, where like, you know, more online focused, like, you know, somewhat limited cars and tracks, but like good, you know, fun racing and kind of a fun metagame that offers a decent amount of like reason to keep playing, then sure, 25 bucks, you know, I'm in. If this is like $40 and we're only getting like, you know, a handful of cars, a dozen tracks, no single player, you know, maybe not like a good ranked online, that's obviously a much harder sell. I wouldn't be as interested at that point. But yeah, we just don't know. Like, there's not enough info to know at that point. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm very interested, but I still want to see like what the full product is. Cuz the fact that they don't even mention like a career makes me think there's probably not a career. Cuz if there were a single player career, that would probably be mentioned somewhere in here. You'd think that would be something they would want to bring up. This implies to me that the goal is to do multiplayer stuff. Weekly multiplayer events to do that. And then, yeah, like how quickly can they get content out? That's obviously another thing. Like 12 tracks is fine-ish for launch. Like I almost hesitate to say that. 12 tracks is not a lot of tracks. It's cool that they're all licensed. You know, we said that. It's very cool that they're all licensed, and I can give them a little bit of leeway for them like all being licensed real tracks, but 12 tracks is still not a lot of tracks. And I am curious, like, is this going to be a paid DLC situation? I think the assumption is, of course, that there will be more cars and tracks added over time. Are they going to be free? Are they going to be a DLC? Like, going based off of iRacing, the assumption is they're going to be paid. Going off of, like, Circuit Superstars, you know, we don't know. Maybe it'll be a free situation. So, yeah, I'm like... I have a lot of, like, interest and a lot of hope for the project. So far, I fear that it's going to have kind of a light launch as far as content. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Maybe they're being secretly generous and it's like all the different layouts of those facilities, so it's more like 20 to 30. Yeah, I mean, multiple layouts certainly helps. Certainly helps. But still, I would like to see at least 20 unique tracks. Like most bigger games release with, you know, like 25 to 35, we'll just say about 30 like real tracks. Like if you talk like, you know, the Forza Motorsports of the day, the Gran Turismos of the day, you know, most like casual sims or most like track focused racing games will usually come out with around 30 or so tracks. So yeah, 12 tracks. If we don't even know. It could be more tracks than this. This is obviously all their advertising, but again, maybe they haven't gotten everything in the game yet. Maybe not everything has been like, you know, signed and dotted with licensing. The game could be launching with more tracks than this. But again, just going off of all we know, there's a handful of cars and 12 tracks, and that is pretty light as far as content goes. But yeah, still, I'm like fully, I'm fully on board for seeing what this is gonna be, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna buy this. Like, unless something comes out that's like, oh yeah, the game's terrible, blah blah. Like, I'm pretty interested in this. This is like definitely something I want to pick up. And this could also be an amazing stream game. Let me just also say that, like, this could be a really fun stream game, especially if there's like a decent ranking mode and there's like enough content and like the meta game, whatever thing kind of keeps going for a while. This could be a really, really fun game to jump into for some stream stuff. We don't know, I guess, if there's going to be private multiplayer. I don't think it mentions that anywhere. Yeah, I mean, it just says compete in online multiplayer with up to 11 competitors. It'd be really cool if you could also set up private lobbies. Circuit Superstars, I'm pretty sure, has that. Yeah, Circuit Superstars has that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Since they're going to use some unlicensed cars, why not with the track? Those LMH and touring cars are clearly unlicensed. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think it's entirely possible these are licensed cars. I think Magnus said this was the Porsche. And then in the video, he said it was the Ferrari. Hold on. Where was that? Because you got to remember, they do look a little different. Like, they're cartoonified, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not licensed. And even the touring cars, like, they do sometimes debadge those. Must have been around here. So I don't think that's true. I think every car is licensed, actually. We could be wrong about that for sure, but oh, is it back here? Yeah, Magnus was saying this was the Ferrari. I don't know. I can't pick up the differences between them. I'm not. Well, hold on. Actually. Okay, what's happening here? Because that does look different. That's got a different, like, cowl. Oh, no, it doesn't. I was going to say that has, like, a different little hood cowl. Burrito says, yeah, that's the 499p. Okay. Yeah, again, I'm sorry. You can take a racing card away from me, but I don't recognize that. It's right here. Yeah, Michigan Tire. Yeah, I guess that's not. So the supporting brands, they're not licensing all of the like aftermarket brands. Although they are something like WeatherTech, that's obviously licensed. But yeah, it's Michigan instead of Michelin, which is pretty funny. So yeah, a little blend there. That's an actual like IMSA logo, GTP. Where are those touring cars? Whatever they were. They were towards the beginning. Yeah, I mean, these don't have any branding on them that I can see. But that doesn't necessarily mean they aren't licensed cars. I mean, those just look like BMWs to me. Yeah. So I don't know. If they got the proper licenses, they got to put the proper car brands, names, and badges on them. I mean, does the Porsche also have Michigan tires, or does the Porsche have Michelin tires? Hold on, we can just boot it up and see. Because we can kind of say if that's true or not right there. It's weird because the Ferrari and Toyota LMDHs aren't in IMSA, only WEC. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay. That. Yeah, see, this is a licensed car, and it says Michigan tire on it. So that's not necessarily true. I think every car's a licensed car. I have no reason to believe they are not licensed cars, I guess is what I would say. Yeah, because these also have fake sponsors. So there we go. Right, but again, Beto, sometimes race cars are debranded. Sometimes race cars don't have the branding on them. And you can see that at no point does it say not licensed cars. It specifically says licensed cars. I don't know, somewhere. I think it's, yeah. Experience the vibrant world of motorsport with stylized recreations of licensed cars and tracks. Beto. Because they're cartoons. They're cartoons, so it's okay. They might, it might be a situation where like, yeah, we can license that. Licensing is a weird thing. So I hear you. I'm reading your messages. I'm still saying that doesn't necessarily mean these aren't cartoony recreations of real cars. That's what I'm saying. It's entirely possible, especially when it comes to like race cars. I know this for a fact, actually. A lot of times, if a car competes in a series like IMSA or WEC or whatever, you can license that, but that's not a license through Ferrari. So like when you get the license for NASCAR, you can like get the Chevy NASCAR, but that doesn't mean that license came from Chevy. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Ferrari was like, hey, like you can license the race car, but you can't put Ferrari branding on it because you don't have a Ferrari license. So yeah, I personally, I think probably every car is supposed to be a licensed car. I think every car is supposed to be a licensed car. The open wheel cars have donut tires on them too. I don't know, just look bang on like a Porsche 963 to me. With these, yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why a lot of the racing sims that only have race cars usually also have car damage. Right, yeah, because you're not licensing it through the car brand where they would say no. You're licensing it through the racing league, which is a different situation. What kind of logic is that? My guy, that's licensing. Licensing is so much more complicated than I think most people realize when it comes to this stuff. Like, because you have to remember, there are people hired where their only job is to protect brand image. That is that is 9 to 5 every day, 5 days a week. Their job is to maintain the image of the brand. And they are very particular about that. I mean, look at Ferrari. Ferrari banned Deadmau5 from owning Ferraris because he put a livery on the car that Ferrari didn't like. No, that doesn't make any sense, but that's how licensing works. Like, that's their job is to make their cars look as good as possible, and they are weirdly protective about that because it's their whole job. So I agree. I think it's silly. We all think that stuff is silly. You know, same with like Forza or most games where they like don't want significant damage on the cars because it looks bad for the cars. We all look at that and go, no, that's dumb. That's silly. But when your entire job is to make the brand look as good as possible, then like that's the kind of stuff that you have to get into. Licensing, I've seen a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff on that just from like working in YouTube. It's so stupid. it's there are you get stopped for like really? I can't say that. Like for this, here's something that's dumb. This is totally unrelated, but yeah. So licensing's silly. It's cartoon cars. They're not accurately modeled. They're very clearly cute and chibi. I would not read into that as much as you are. Yeah. Isn't that making these cars as cars authentic as possible within any? But like again, like look at the models. The models are like very obviously not 100. Like they're cute little cartoon like smushed like big tires versions of the cars. And every licensing situation is different. Like again, it can very well be a case of, hey, we can get the licenses for IMSA and the cars that can compete in IMSA, but we can't show the car brand logos. That is a totally believable thing for licensing. It's not always, it's every situation's different. Yeah, it's just sometimes that's just how that stuff works. So yeah, that's just how licensing is. Licensing is complicated. So yeah, again, all of that could be wrong. It's entirely possible that they do have unlicensed cars as well. But I currently have no reason to believe that there are any unlicensed cars. If you guys are clearly able to pick out the specific difference between, oh yeah, that's the Porsche and the other one's the Ferrari 499, then I have no reason to believe they aren't gonna be like called that in game. Or like aren't those cars in game. Yeah. Anyway, dudes. Yes, all will be revealed December 2nd, a day which will live in infamy. Yeah, I mean, it's the same, it's the same thing with Scuba. Like, Scuba is licensed, but the Dunlop tire is not. This actually has real Scuba licensing with like, it's actually the track. It's called Scuba. It's got the Scuba branding. But when you go under the Dunlop tire, it says Funlop because that specifically not licensed. They didn't communicate with Dunlop about that. And like all the brands, all the stuff on the side, the advertisements on the side are not like the real advertisements. And yeah, same with like, this is the real Porsche car, but it's got Michigan tires instead of Michelin tires because they don't have the Michelin license. So I just think there's no way to call it. There's no reason to call it one way or the other. I'm not saying one way or the other. I think there's no reason. Oh yeah, there's the picture of it. So you can see. Funlop. Anyway. Yeah, the game's fun.